And we are live. Hello, everybody joining in the comments. Let's see who we got here. We have Mobile Recluse. We have Tom Charlton, who I've heard of him. Oh, he's on the stream. We have Jason. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Good to see you. You caught us at the time we go live. Awesome. Hey, Dodgson. We got Dodgson here. Awesome. We have Jurassic Dave 93. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Yeah, the Cantina Chatter crew's in the house tonight. Awesome.
Yay.
Love it. Sweet. Yeah. Awesome. So, Tom, what are you drinking?
Gin and tonic. This is probably my second gin and tonic tonight.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
So I'm over on the East Coast, so it's 11.
You got a head start.
Yeah. We started a little bit earlier tonight.
Nice.
But yeah. What do you got going on there?
I've got a frozen margarita.
Ooh, shit. Homemade, obviously.
Cheers.
Oh, lovely. Cheers, dude.
Mm-hmm. Refreshing. Good.
Yeah.
How's necessary.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Hang on. If I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking. I'm looking at you right there, so I'm going to move this towards there, so it seems more like I'm looking at you. Shouldn't use my name, huh? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah, no, it's good. It's going well. It's just super busy. It's like I'm not used to not being able to check my phone like for like 8 hours straight, but that's the situation these days. Is I just can't get to my phone.
Tell us about your new job.
Yeah, it's a lot of
now. You got the kids.
I went from kindergarten to third grade, and third grade is a totally different beast. It's a totally different beast.
Third grade's lovely. Here's my cat, by the way.
Hey, Kalinda.
Oh, yeah, here she is. It's Kalinda. I'm not allowed to move Kalinda. If she stands up here, then she has to stay up here. Because she's a mama cat.
The pets are the bosses. That's how it is.
Bosses. They are the bosses. This is my little buddy.
Whether we like it or not.
Oh my gosh. Kalinda, say hello. Look at this. You're a smoosh pie. Down you go. You go. Yeah, she'll be back.
Nice. Yeah, so no, it's just been a whole, a lot of exhaustion, like just like nonstop work.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you can't leave leave it behind when you leave the building for the day. It's with you constantly.
Yep.
But it's going well. It's fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I have a great opportunity that I'm part of, a great organization, great kids. I have an awesome group of kids, and I love them, and they're fantastic, and they're fun to be with. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. Totally.
That's fantastic. That's what you dream of when you get a job. Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah, I'm digging it. It's cool. It's busy. There's less time to think about toys, but it's going well.
I mean, all right. So I'm gonna go there. How much thinking about toys is worth it right now? I mean, if you're a Star Wars guy, like, I don't know, what do we got? Some repacks, some carbonized things, some leftover. Oh, okay. All right. Bring it in. What do we got?
I think you saw this on Twitter.
I did see it on Twitter, but I didn't see which figures you got. Oh, those packages aren't too bad. That's a little wonky.
For Entertainment Earth, this is pretty bad.
All right, let me see close up. Is there a crease, or can you just like lay it back flat?
No, I think they're just warped. I mean, I could probably put it in a case and it'll look okay, but
yeah, you're good then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it should still come out of the box that way, but they're all like that. They're all creased. And these are all the same figure. These are all the Electrostaff Purge Trooper.
You bought 4 of the same figure.
Well, yeah, 1 to leave in the package and 3 to open.
They're
troopers.
Of course.
They're troopers.
Nope, you're totally correct. Troopers.
Troopers. I always buy for each trooper I variant. I always buy at least 3. That's the rule.
I used to be a trooper at least 2 guy. I bailed on that. I think when Solo came out, when I saw after I'd seen The Last Jedi with whatever the trooper was there. When Solo came out, they had the pimp trooper, right?
Yes.
And I was like, all right, I'll buy one of those. That looks neat. But if I don't see a squad of this thing, I don't need more than one. And I was right.
Yeah.
There was like one in that movie, I think.
Yeah, if it's like a regular, like clean, regular stormtrooper or snow trooper or a clone trooper, just straight up regular, like grunt, like trooper, then I need like 10.
Yeah. Okay, I just clicked over the thing so I can see chats now. Not private chats.
Private? You got a private chat going? What you doing over there?
No, I was just on it. I don't know who I would be talking to. Jurassic Dave, probably.
Yeah, probably. So Jason says, finally coming off around being sick with COVID. So Tom cleared for work. My schedule is free. Oh, cool. Glad you're feeling better, Jason. So Tom, you got a story about that, don't you?
I mean, probably the same thing as Jason. Yeah, I got vaccinated back in April. And then when they lifted the mask mandate here in New York City, while I told myself I'm always going to wear the mask, I stopped. And 2 weeks later, I got the Delta variant and then was stuck inside for 10 days. And then my wife caught it. We live in a one bedroom apartment. Like if I turn the thing up, it's like you can see the rest of the space. It took her the entire time to catch it. Also vaccinated, but like, yep. So yeah, we also we're all COVID buddies here.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah. I remember you used to make videos with a mask on, and people were like, why are you wearing a mask?
Yeah.
And like, because they
One
didn't.
video.
Was it just one?
It was just one.
It was a funny gag.
Yeah,
like, that's funny.
It's like people didn't get that. It was like, I got all these comments. Oh, you're virtue signaling. What? It's a stupid piece of cloth over my face. How's that virtue signaling? Shut the hell up.
People that yell about virtue signaling are just virtue signaling, and they're yelling. It's very silly. Like, come on.
Yeah, he can be the loudest. Like,
Ghostbusters should be men. Sort of like, whatever. Shut up.
Yeah, it's just funny how people got all like triggered by a stupid mask. It was just like part of one video, and it's kind of a joke, and
yeah,
nobody, people take things too seriously that they forget to laugh.
Yeah. It was a good joke, and also it was good. A recommendation, guys: wear the mask. Put the mask on. If you don't, you'll get Delta.
Yeah, I'm not masking anymore. I mean, I follow the sign. If the sign at the store, wherever I go, says, wear the mask, okay, I'll wear the mask. If it says that it's optional, then I usually won't anymore. But that's just me. I mean, I've had it. I've been vaccinated. I mean, I'm not, it's not impossible, I guess, that I could get it again. But yeah, I mean, I feel pretty well. Know. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I haven't heard of any cases of people having it, then getting vaccinated, then getting the Delta. But I don't know. It could happen, I guess.
I have.
So. Okay, well.
Yeah. But,
it's what it is.
It is what it is, yeah.
It's like, if I do at that point, I don't feel like it's going to be like a strong thing, just be like a little like a sniffle.
Dude, my COVID case was, I wouldn't have even stayed home I as soon as I get a cold, I'm one of those whiny man babies. I'm like, I get a cold, put the bed. It's so sad. Because it does suck. So I stay away from anybody when I get the cold. When I got COVID, it wasn't that. I have a chronic cough that's like this. I'll probably do it through this live stream.
It's the gin.
It's allergies that are like it's a very localized thing around here. Very, very small, simple thing. The COVID thing happened, and it just felt a little bit deeper in. Just slightly, but it was still same cough. But it was like, it comes from there. I was like, well, that's kind of odd. Also, Star Wars.
Star Wars gave you COVID?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Jason says he does wear the mask, but coworkers don't wear them properly.
Yep.
But here in Texas, it's running rampant. Yeah, Jason's in my home state.
Jason, you okay? Did you get over it?
He says it's not super fun club to gain entrance to, but I survived it.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah, that's the important thing. I mean, you know, if you're vaxxed, and it's probably not going to be like. I mean, I think like right now, most of the hospitalizations and stuff are like people that weren't vaxxed, right? Like, if not like 95% of them. So
yeah, and I mean, even prior to that, most of the time people get over it. I only knew 2 people that died, so all things considered.
The way you said out the straight face, I only knew 2 people that died. But whatever.
I mean, if you want to run your numbers, old grumpy Tom here knew 2 people that died. So, and don't talk to me about your comorbidities. It was like one of them was much younger than me, and the other one was just only slightly older. So, like,
I've heard things all over the place too. Like different ages, different levels of health, and it didn't matter for some people.
Yeah, no, it's a weird fucking thing. It's a weird fucking thing. Sorry, I'm swearing, but I've had many drinks prior to this, so forgive me for the swearing.
No, that's your second one. Your second one.
Yep, this is my second one.
Yeah, it's funny. I was listening to the radio this morning. That's my allergies too. I was listening to the radio this morning, yesterday morning, and one of the guys on the radio, he has a radio show. He's talking to other people. He says that saying interesting that I was like, oh, it's not just me. He said that he had COVID last year, and that now certain sodas, certain soft drinks do not taste the same. So I'm like, ooh, it's not just me.
It apparently goes in and when you heal from COVID, it apparently changes where the locations are for your taste receptors. Most people, it goes in the same spots, but other people it goes completely different locations.
I didn't know that's how it worked.
Yeah.
It's weird because I didn't lose my taste when I had it. I lost my smell for a week. But it's like Coke, Pepsi, and Sprite. So far, those are the ones I've had since then that they don't taste the same. Dr. Pepper is great. Root beer is great. I can drink those and they taste normal. But those other ones, I don't know what happened. It's just they just don't taste the same. And this guy on the radio was saying that happened to him. And I'm like, okay, well, then it's not just me. There's this phenomenon of people that can't taste sodas the same way.
Well, I mean, COVID is coming in, and it's like the red pill in the Matrix. It's telling you the fact that like Coke and Pepsi are garbage drinks, and you should never drink that. like, well, you're drinking this thing, you're like, oh, this is awful. I've always known that my whole life. Like, all of this is junk. No, stop drinking that stuff. Drink iced tea.
I like Dr. Pepper.
Tea. You did, but then COVID came and smartened you up. And now it's like, oh, Dr. Pepper tastes like sad.
No. I can still drink Dr. Pepper. It's Coke that tastes like sad.
All right. You can, I mean, Coke still, cocoa has always tasted like sad.
Well, I used to like a Coke every now and then. I don't drink them often, but, like every now and again, when on a hot summer day,
On a hot summer day, you want to drink a Coke. In rather than a delicious gin and tonic. You want to drink a Coke on a hot summer day.
But I'll take a nice cold margarita over any of them.
Hey, you got me.
People are talking about you in the chat. So Jason says, drunk Tom is fun, Tom. Dave says, Tom is always fun. That is true. You're always fun, Tom.
Don't ask about me last night when we had the 5 Borough Collective. That's my local Facebook group. Here, the 5 boroughs of New York. Little group got together last night, had some drinks on St. Mark Street, Bull McCabe's.
Huh.
Well, that was a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Just for me. Yes, I was like, oh.
Nice. Pedro says, Star Wars have a lot of very interesting creatures, and recently I saw something, I think it's a comic featuring a very big one, like raptor creature. Awesome. Random. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I love cool. My favorite thing in Star Wars is the creatures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Rancor when it comes out. Patrick
Eh,
was spoiled the surprise there.
poor Patrick.
Dude, Patrick, that was totally fucking cool. Like Patrick was like, "Oh gosh, it's the Rancor. Oh no, it's totally not." Patrick, own it.
Yeah,
Own
yeah.
it, man.
At the end of that session, he did try to walk it back, and it was too late. He already had spilled the beans.
And
But
who the fuck cares? Who the devil cares?
Disney.
Let Patrick sell us toys. Disney.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that that's like that hypes it up? Maybe it wasn't intentionally, right? It's like, oh, he leaked it's a Rancor, like that's like that gets people talking, right? Oh, he leaked it, Hasbro leaked it, and it's like that's conversation.
It should be that. That's what it should feel like. It should be like, oh my god, we got the surprise drop. Because the Marvel guys, they always are like, oh my gosh, did you see this foot? It's Egon. And Star Wars is like, oh, we can't tell you anything about anything ever.
True.
And all that's going to happen is we're going to make an action figure based off of a thing that you've seen probably for the past 40 years.
Totally.
What? Yeah, the Rancor thing. I'm so excited by. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know you.
No, Jurassic Dave 93. No, he's dead. Patrick's dead. We'll never see him again.
He's in prison.
He was like, Victoria, ask me a Patrick question. Ask me a Patrick question. I'll give you a Patrick answer.
All right. So lately has been Walmart has been shipping their newest releases in really poor condition. What are you doing to resolve this issue?
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's true.
Poor Patrick. He's cool. I like Patrick. I know he's got an impossible job. He's the
oh yeah.
He's the proverbial punching bag of Hasbro, and I mean he's there because he that's his role. That he's there to deliver a message that people don't often want to hear, or don't agree with, or think is BS or whatever. But I mean, somebody's got to do it, right? And that's him. He's not in an easy position, so I respect him for doing it.
Oh sure, I think he's a delight. Honestly, I've met him. He's a really freaking swell guy. Like, Patrick slipped up and told us the Rancor is coming, and people like me had already been like, I hope it's the Rancor. So it's like Patrick says, oh, then like people like me are like, yay! Are you gonna buy the Rancor, Victoria? I know you are. I know you are.
I don't know. The truth is, I don't know, because I have the vintage or the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Rancor that is plenty big, and I know in this information,
but it's not as big.
It's not
Think
as
about
big,
how much
right?
bigger it will be.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to feel let's be honest, I'm going to feel the peer pressure. I'm going to feel the FOMO, and I'm probably going to get it. Yes.
Do it.
That's what's going to happen. Do it. Love it. Yeah, so no, it's anyway, creatures. I know that you're really you're jonesing for that Pisana sand serpent thing.
I mean, I didn't like that movie at all, but one of the things I liked about that movie was that scene. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a big critter that comes out, and it's the first time the big critter comes out, and they don't kill it. Right? Like, I always feel a little bit bad for the critters. And that time they're like, no, we can heal the critter with our magic space powers. So, like,
yeah, that was different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think the creature looked very interesting. It just looked like a snake, right?
More or less like a multi-eyed, like toothed snake or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked that scene an awful lot. Yeah, really did. I always feel bad when in Return of the Jedi, they kill the Rancor and we're all yay, and then the Rancor keeper and his buddy come in there just sobbing because their pet is dead.
That's brilliant.
And that's hilarious. It's
a
hilarious moment.
That's
but also I'm my empathy is nothing like, I'm with you guys, Luke, didn't you just jump over it instead? Why did you kill the monster? He's just, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's such a Star Wars moment when it dies and those two characters are like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic.
Star Wars should be weird.
Star Wars is at its best when it's weird.
It's not when it's easy. Yeah, when it's weird.
Yes, when it's weird. Just I know you love that. What's his name? Roth Deng
Who's that?
character, the Dengar, like from The Rise of Skywalker. Too weird for you?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Gosh.
I didn't make it up.
I heard that Palpatine came back because they made clones, and now the new content that's coming out from Disney is being like, look at all the clone facilities they're doing for this.
Yeah.
And then we blew up the other clone facilities.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It's dumb. Anyway, hey.
I think it was for dramatic effect. That's the only way they can make you feel something for the Bad Batch.
And yeah, all right. Do you want to talk about the Bad Batch? Because I think we are in similar feelings about the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Hello, people in chat. How do you feel about the Bad Batch?
We can bring some of them onto the conversation. They'll probably get tired of us.
I skipped half the season.
Oh no.
Yeah, I watched as soon as they got up to Cad Bane showing up, then I skipped all the rest of it until the finale. And I liked the finale. But Bad Batch was okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's a thing that's I will watch.
To be fair, that's what people were saying after like the first season of the Clone Wars in 2008. It's okay.
But also that wasn't what I was saying about the Clone Wars in 2008.
Okay.
That's
fair point.
I'm one of the rare people that went and watched the movie in the theater and came away from it thinking Zero of the Hutt is the worst thing I've ever seen, but loving Ahsoka. I loved Ahsoka. And then when my household at the time, we're all like animation people, and we were all glued to the first season of the Clone Wars. We all loved it. So there's kind of the difference there, and like I'm not glued to this, and I don't think my former roommates are glued to this either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I myself think it's decent. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, I was telling Dave because we do the Cantina chatters about Bad Batch, and it's nice to have some form of Star Wars content when there's no other like Star Wars content. So, it might not be perfect, it might not be ideal, but it's it serves its purpose. We get little sprinkles of Cad Bane and Camino and Tarkin and all that stuff that we like. So.
Mobile reclusive.
Felt it was a cameo intensive, but the last episode felt like it has something to do with Mando and Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, maybe. Jesus! So that's just more gosh darned cameo stuff. So I bailed on it when I love Cad Bane. I love Cad Bane. And as soon as he showed up in the Bad Batch, I was like, "Yay! It's Cad Bane." So the fact that like when the next episode came out, I was like, I don't really need to see that. I'm good. Like,
true.
It's not about the characters your show is about, right? You've created these characters for this show. Let's tell a story about them. And that's one of the things I liked about the finale. There was no other like, they went back to their home. Their home got blown to bits. and I liked that.
Tarkin was in it for a second.
Sure, yeah. He showed up in a hologram. He's like, blow it up, right?
You may fire when ready.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're doing that, but that's not the interesting thing about the show, right?
Yeah. I felt like I think I talked to this about with Dave already, but like the one with Hera and the Syndulas, I felt like that one was a little gratuitous because the first episode focused just on like them, and the Bad Batch were just like a minuscule afterthought in that episode. It was just like, oh, let's come over here to tie it into Rebels and ignore the Bad Batch for an episode. That was a little gratuitous, I felt like.
Yeah, I didn't see that episode, but that's my problem with that's a defining thing about my problem with modern Star Wars content. Is it feels like it's less about creating a new story and creating new characters that you get really invested in because of their drama, and more about like, well, we don't have to worry about that because we have a thing from another thing that you like. Remember when Bill Murray shows up? It's Bill Murray. It's Ghostbusters life. But now Bill Murray's there. Now we love it. Like
with his droopy proton stream.
I mean, they're not great, guys.
Yeah,
They're not. Yeah.
You want to go off on a tangent?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I thought that's the tangent I thought we were going off onto. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I bought the Plasma series set just in case in the future I'll want them. I might. I totally could. You know, it's not so much that like I'm upset about the loss of money. But you know.
So the main thing.
Wait, Victoria. This is Bill Murray Ghostbuster saying, I promise you, this has never happened before.
Or what else did they say? Like hairless pets. Can we trust them or something?
This is never I promise this has never happened before.
Yeah, he would say something like that. Bill Murray's the best.
Yeah. Your Ghostbusters thoughts?
Yeah, so so there's been some new Ghostbuster stuff lately. The retro collection, Ecto One shipping.
I love it. I was so excited to get it.
I haven't opened it yet. I got two of them. I haven't opened one of them.
You have an original though, right?
I did when I was a kid.
Oh, but not now.
Not now. My mom, in fact, was so excited that they were bringing these back that she ordered one. Isn't that weird? My mom ordered a toy. She just thought that it was such a cool thing. She said, "Oh, they're bringing that back." I remember that.
Victoria, your mom's probably my age. It's all good.
Yeah, it was funny. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna order one." I'm like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with it?" I don't know. I'm just gonna order it.
Okay. Yeah,
for the memories.
I loved it. I was crazy about it. We had it set up in, Casa de no space for about a week.
That's every collector.
Yeah, I packed it right back into its box because the box is amazing. The artwork on it is, all these things are so good. It's just, yeah. All right. Do you want to talk about Ghostbuster stuff for a second?
Yes, I do.
All right. So I saw the new cartoon versions of the Ghostbusters figures at Forbidden Planet when I went there yesterday. That's a local spot that sells toys and comics. If you guys are looking for the Black Series version of Quill or Carl Weathers figure, they're plentiful at Forbidden Planet. They've got both 6-inch scale and the retro collection ones. You can go buy Quill and Carl Weathers figure.
Grief Karga.
What?
Grief Karga.
What's that?
That's Carl Weathers' character.
Sure it is. but they had the new cartoon Ghostbusters. So if the new cartoon Ghostbusters, I know the next wave of them is all the children Ghostbusters in the next movie, right? Because that's the next set of toys is a bunch of children.
Right.
Right. What if they go back and they make Vigo? And what if they make Gozer? And what if they make just Vigo and Gozer and Dana Barrett in the cartoon style? Because then it might fit in with your real Ghostbusters toys, which is what I'm hoping for.
Well, the scale would be off is the problem, but the other thing is
no, not plasma series. These are the cartoon ones.
Oh, the cartoon ones. Okay,
the cartoon ones. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I bought those.
They're like, you got them? You got them? Where are they?
They're not in this room. I did buy them. I also the Ecto one's right here. You can see the Ecto one right there. I did buy the new Ecto one.
All right. Pedro, Jurassic Dave, Mobile Recluse. Let's all rally together. Victoria, bring out the Ghostbusters. Bring out the Ghostbusters. Bring out the. Okay.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
Yeah, that would really slow down the show. I get up, go to the other room, bring back some more toys. Yeah, no, I haven't opened them, but they're cool. They, I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. They're kids figures. They're basic articulation. They're neat, but I think we stand a better chance of these continuing on than the Plasma series. I don't think Plasma series did, like you say, gangbusters, like for that first wave.
I mean, it tanked.
Yeah,
and the next wave is a bunch of children action figures.
Well, and the older Ghostbusters too.
Yeah,
which is cool. I thought those were badass when I saw this. It really made me excited because we haven't seen them before in like any photos or anything.
Right. I like the older Ghostbuster versions, but the children versions of Ghostbusters. Do you want to buy action figures of kids? I never do. I'm never interested in that.
Not really. I mean, it depends like how the movie plays out. Like, what if these older Ghostbusters toys aren't even in, what if they're not even in the movie in these outfits? These are just like a one-off thing for the toys. You know how massively disappointing that would be?
Oh, they'll be in the movie. So here's also Fearsome Flush will be in the movie.
I hope so.
Expect Fearsome Flush will be in the movie. He's gonna be in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about Granny Gross?
Oh, I wish. So here's the thing. Granny Gross Ghost was Granny Gross or Ghost? Granny Ghost. Was it It was Granny Ghost. Gross.
One or the other. I don't remember.
So I used that toy as my Watt figure. Because remember Mrs. Robinson's Neighborhood? Real Ghostbusters? It's like episode 3, like the third episode.
I don't know them by name, to be honest. I was like 3 years old.
But it was. You are much younger than me. I wasn't 3 when I saw it. I'm so old. But anyway, there was an episode where they went to an old lady's house called Mrs. Robinson's Neighborhood. Anyone in the chat here? Any of you guys remember what? And it's like an old lady that's revealed to be the ghost. There's this big, just horrifying thing. And the whole point of the episode was to do the who's on first gag. What? What's the ghost? No, that's not the ghost. What? It's like the whole thing was about that. Have you not seen this?
I think it's on Netflix. I can look for it.
It's Jessica Davis saying, yeah. The whole point of the episode is to do the who's on first joke, but with ghosts, and the bad guy ghost is named Watt. It's amazing. It's wonderful. You should absolutely watch it. It's
we should maybe we should bring Dave on here because I don't know this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on, Dave. Dave.
If,
Dave knows what's up.
yeah, if Dave is up for it, of course. No pressure. Yeah, I honestly I don't know the episodes by name. I remember like certain episodes, but I remember the toys more than I do the show, to be honest. Because
Yeah.
I remember like what I don't remember his name. The football player where the head would flip and there was like a little tiny like football like monster.
Tombstone Tackle.
Tombstone.
Tombstone
So
Tackle.
good.
Yep.
So good. That would be my dream job, is to make things and name them like that.
Oh my God! Right? Like all those toys were so much fun. They were so much fun.
Yeah, those are fun. Yeah, I remember like all the classic monsters, like the Frankenstein, the Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy. Like all of those were the best. Those are probably some of my favorite ones.
I mean, it's crazy how much fun those things were. Yeah.
Do you remember the big Paul Bunyan one? Like you would push it and like wings came out of his back.
Paul Bunyan? No. What was that?
Yeah, there was a Paul Bunyan. Let me look for it so you can see a photo of it.
Yeah, please.
It was named like Leather Lumberjack or something. Yeah, it was like real Ghostbusters. I can't spell right now. I can't spell ghosts. Isn't that weird?
And yet you believe in ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. It's because I have had experiences, Tom. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair.
If you've had experiences, then you would feel similarly.
Oh yeah, no question. No, hey chat. I don't believe in ghosts. They're made up. If you think you've seen ghosts, you're hallucinating. It's all made up. But the moment in time I see one, I'm gonna have a different opinion. I've seen UFOs, so
that's how it is. It's not until you've had that life-changing experience that where's the image? I'm trying to get an image of it online.
I think there's a murder taking place on the street right now.
That's not good.
That's a joke.
All right, I'm going to share it right here. I found it. I'm going to share it right here.
Get out.
Okay. So check it out, Tom. This is the dude right here. This is him.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's not Tombstone Tackle. Who the devil is? I don't know if I had that one.
This is Hard Hat Horror Ghost is the name.
Yes. Okay. What's the alternate version? His chest opens up and there's a monster in it.
Let me show you. The alternate version of that. So that's like the normal version when he's just like a normal dude, like going to work every day and having fun, doing his thing. Oh wait, that's the same picture. Sorry. And then after he's not that anymore, then he becomes this right here. At nighttime, his second job is doing. No, sorry, that's the.
No, I see the alt version though. Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah. Oh, you did have this one.
I had it. Yeah. Yeah, that was part of the the same thing with Tombstone Tackle, like, and Mailbox Man. Yeah,
Yeah. So this is his night job. He becomes like a furry bat thing.
What amazing toys. What great toys we had as kids. Look at that awful thing. What a terrible thing.
I still remember like the pressure, like what the pressure tension was when you like push down the feet to do that wing thing.
You had to go to mom or dad and be like, buy me this awful thing. It's a construction worker that turns into a bat monster. And they're like, so long as you don't join the Taliban, you buy whatever the hell you want. Yeah.
Your family knew what the Taliban was?
What? No.
Back then?
No. That's not a thing. Delete that whole sequence.
Yeah, those toys are so good.
They're amazing.
I probably had more Ghostbusters and Playmates Ninja Turtles from back then than I had anything else like ever. Like, well, other than now as an adult, but back then I had more of those two toy lines than anything else when I was a kid.
Do you want to talk about Playmates Ninja Turtle? Yeah, Playmates Ninja Turtles, right? That was the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Playmates.
You want to talk about that for a second?
Sure. Uh-oh, you're getting something. You got him.
He just arrived today.
Sweet. How long did it take you to get him out of the box?
Actually, what a gosh darn nightmare. This wasn't bad. This one in April came. They have one band around the back, and you take that, and then you pull it out. That's okay. This is amazing.
Does he stand okay? Because he looks really top heavy. They're kind of loose.
It's not as tight. He stands fine. He stands fine. Like yeah, but the leg joints are a little bit loose in a way that I'm like, but I mean,
that looks cool. That's kind of been one of my issue with these guys is that sometimes the joints are a little loose, but they look incredible. Like you know, the fact that they're straight. Imagine if they did those for the real Ghostbusters. Like Super 7 brought those out. Imagine like that lumberjack or Granny Ghost or
will Hasbro decide to just send it that way? They might.
Would be interesting to see.
I mean, what I'm buying Super 7 Megatron and Super 7 Cobra Commander. So like they're definitely like sending out those licenses. So I would buy.
I would buy them all.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited for those honestly than the Ninja Turtles, and I'm pretty excited for the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Ninja Turtles too, but I would be more excited for the real Ghostbusters. That was Star Wars, He-Man, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles. Like that was the order. So like my excitement goes in that order.
For me, it was Ghostbusters when I was a kid, like the ones I really got into. It was Ghostbusters, Batman, like because that was like '89 when the Batman came out.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. I think I got into Power Rangers after that.
Right. Not
as much as the other ones. I was getting older, and then Star Wars. Then Jurassic Park too. But I'm talking about like the TV shows that were there. Like
Yep.
It was those Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. I'd love those. I'd love for them to do that if Hasbro allowed it. So.
Yeah, I would. My top choice would be do your Plasma series thing and give me real Ghostbusters versions with that. But like, I don't know, man. They're all like,
yeah.
Excuse me.
I think they're being a little too cautious with that line. They really should have just gone all in and invested a little bit more in it. I mean, I like what they did with Wave 1. I think they're better than the ones Mattel did, but they're too similar to what Mattel did too, So
yeah, cheaper though, a better price point. Jurassic Dave, he apparently got the whole wave for $10 each. That was what I was waiting for, but I never got the opportunity.
Darn. Check this out, Tom. You're gonna like this. Womp.
Oh, thanks.
So this right here, right? Bring your own refill.
Oh shoot! Does that mean? Can I have a quick pause?
Split a little bit. Split a little bit.
I'd love to say my wife will fill in for me, but she's asleep. She's very passed out. Right. Anyway, tell all your racist jokes while I'm away.
I'm not like that. Yeah. So Really cool stuff. Let's see what's going on. Else is going on here in the chat. So, all right. Some of you guys are saying bring all the Ghostbusters. That's funny. Looks like the one from It Chapter 2, the lumberjack guy. Yeah, that's funny. I'm as tired as Tom. I'll take a nap. Really need to. Byron. Thank you, Pedro, for coming in. Really appreciate seeing you here. Yeah, Super 7's doing some really cool stuff. They genuinely are, but I think if they really hit up a lot of the retro stuff that a lot of us like to see, Ghostbusters. Yeah, I mean, what else could they do? So there was like, if they could do maybe like the Toy Biz, like Batman stuff, I think that would be really cool too. Like the really early Toy Biz stuff they did in 1989 for Batman and some of the superpower stuff where you had like the early Keaton stuff, like Batman stuff before they switched over to Hasbro. When the line switched over to Hasbro, I think that'd be really neat to see from Super 7 if they wanted to do something like that. That'd be fun. Lots of fun. Yeah, but no, the good old days. I mean, you can't replace that. I mean, no matter how awesome toys get, no matter how detailed they get, no matter how fancy articulation gets, it's like nothing replaces like those old toys that we all had like as a kid, and you know, the memories that are tied so closely to those early versions of those figures and those characters. And, you know, that's what it's all about, is the memories and all of that stuff. So yeah, I think that you know, Tom is right about that. You know, that is the best stuff for sure. So I want to talk, when Tom gets back, I want to talk about something that I became aware of a little bit earlier from Dave. Dave, if you're still hanging around.
Randy, you're a beanie baby. You're just a beanie baby.
He's coming back.
You think you're people, but you're just a cat. You're just a beanie baby.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing beats that retractable Batman belt. Yes, that I got it right here. That was my very first Batman figure that I ever got as a kid. Let me go and flip this out really quick. Right here. So yeah, he still has the retractable belt. Like that.
Come on, dude, you bump. You bump.
Whoop. He's got, somehow or another, I did, over the course of 30 years, I never lost the Batarang. He's still got the Batarang. And he's got a replacement cape on him.
Nothing beats that retractable Batman belt. What was that?
We're talking about this. We're talking about this. This is my this is my first Batman figure that I ever got.
Is that from the '89 movie?
Yep, Toy Biz. Check out the look what it does. The belt like goes like this, and the Batman goes whoop. He goes up.
So back then, I was not a big Batman fan. Didn't care. But I liked the movie enough. But I absolutely thought to myself, I want to buy a few of these figures. Batman, a Joker. I got Bob the Goon. Just to be like, they're gonna make these movies, and these will be the movie versions of those figures, and that's really neat. I never did. I got Bob the Goon at some point.
Nice.
As sort of a gag.
Yeah, because Kenner never did Bob the Goon. I don't think it was only Toy Biz that did him.
I mean, he came out with the first movie.
Yeah, that was Toy Biz.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Right.
It was Toy Biz, and then a year into that toy line,
you see,
it was.
You see who was here.
She's back. A year into that toy line, they lost the license to Kenner.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So the toys got a lot better under Kenner for sure. But yeah, so no, this, I mean, I was just saying when you were gone is that, you know, no matter how fancy toys get, no matter how incredible the detail and articulation gets, you can never replace like the feeling that, you know, came with these originals. And this is just like, it's amazing that he still has the Batarang after 30 years. I never lost it. It's a replacement cape. My grandma made this cape. She used to make replacement Batman capes. And
probably better than the original.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was better than the original. It's lasted all this time. The other one didn't.
No, I always made my own capes for stuff because most of the capes stunk. No, that figure is amazing.
Going back into his baggie. Or one day when I go just end up another piece of plastic somewhere. But
Poke a hole in the baggie, because I think that's
I'm not sealing
where...
it. I'm not sealing it all the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at this. See this? Hello, people in the chat. Everyone in the chat, donate money right now to Victoria's Cantina to get this cat off my desk, or to keep this cat on my desk.
That's funny.
There's no way around it. Look at this. Hey, it's your little butt. It's your butt.
Oh,
I love this cat so much.
yeah,
Super
our
7
pets
is doing The Simpsons. Yes, they are.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
Yep.
I know they're doing the Disney ones. I did pre-order the Disney ones.
I pre-ordered a couple of those for a friend of ours that's really crazy about Alice in Wonderland stuff. She's always
cool.
loved it. So I was like, all right.
That's wave 2, I think. I think that's wave 2. Wave 1 is Mickey from Fantasia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. And then it's somebody from Robin Hood, right?
It's the guy from Song of the South.
No.
Everyone's
They're
favorite Disney movie. Yeah, it's all the Song of the South characters. They're like, look, these are tar babies. It's like,
you can watch that on YouTube, the whole movie.
I saw it in the cinema.
You did? Song of the South? When was that?
Not the original.
Not the original run. Okay.
But they re-released it, and I saw it in the cinema.
Oh wow! I haven't seen it in full ever. I love the ride though, Splash Mountain. I know it's not based on the story; it just uses some of the characters, but which they're changing the ride.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
No, it's neat. All the stuff that we're seeing, and I'm a sucker for Disney stuff. And the thing I always say is that I love to see Super 7 or any company really like tackle like Disney like attraction like characters into action figures. I know it's been done before. It's not like it's never been done, but it hasn't been done on, I feel like, a satisfactory, modern, super articulated, detailed level,
right?
Consistently.
Yeah,
I'd love to see some Haunted Mansion ghosts, some Pirates of the Caribbean pirates, some of the Tiki and parrots, some
based off of the original animatronic stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Yep.
My, oh my, what a wonderful day. It's my husband's favorite ride. It is Splash Mountain.
Man, I didn't know it was bad until recent years.
I didn't either, to be honest. It was just like, oh, that's cool. It's Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear.
Yeah, sure.
Having a good old time.
Tar babies are a funny thing.
I'm not making that connection.
Oh no, tar babies were a thing in the Song of the South.
Okay, I haven't seen
it. Yeah. I didn't know what it was referencing.
Okay. Yeah, I still don't know what it's. Okay.
Oh God, it's bad. Oh yeah. I was young and dumb and full of fun.
Who wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't full of fun, that's for sure. Not then. Not saying I am now, but definitely not then. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Is this movie coming out? Are we going to see this movie?
November. It's supposed to come out in November.
Sure, it is.
I know, right? I know everything is so like, we're like, yeah, okay, it's going to come out this month. No, it's not. It's going to come out later. Oh, no. Next year. Oh, no. I don't know. But yeah, tentatively, it's going to be out in November, hopefully. What did you think of the most recent trailer for it?
I got very The Force Awakens feels from it, and given my feelings about The Force Awakens, I'm if the movie's not good, it's not going to bother me in the slightest. But I'll say I'm not excited to see it. I will go and see it because it's a thing I can go and watch in a cinema. And it's competent, and the funny guy Paul Rudd's in it. But when they're like Ghostbusters, except it's like the all your nostalgia is this important thing. It's like, guys, it was a 2-hour SNL skit. that worked. It was a good SNL skit. It worked for 2 hours, but it's silly. It's a joke. The whole thing is a joke. It's not about lore. It's about this is silly.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you open the girl's a refrigerator and there's monsters in there and they're like, oh my god, there's monsters in the fridge. Like, it's silly.
It is, but it's good silly. It's one of my top fives.
Oh
Top
yeah, I
five
love
movies
it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we watched it recently. I also watched part 2.
Okay,
All right.
let's see what Dave has to say about this.
What'd I miss?
Hello, Dave. All
Hi,
right.
how's it going?
Hi. We're talking about Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
Yes.
So happy to see you, Dave.
As me
Me
as
too.
well. Yes.
Welcome.
Well, I missed something. I was putting my kids to bed, and I got the invite. So what's up? What'd I miss?
We're talking
Not a
about
whole lot when it comes to us. Yeah, we're all over the place, so you're not missing much.
I've been drinking for 5 hours.
Well, that's nice. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
wife is here on the couch and she's snoring away. She's happy as a clam.
Good.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. Yeah.
Same here. East
Should be
Coast.
everybody should
Everybody's
be
asleep
happy
right now.
East Coast. Yeah, East Coast. East Coast.
Yeah.
All right,
you
so
East Coasters.
Let's talk about Ghostbusters 2.
Very
it's a bad
serious.
movie. I think it's a bad movie. It's
Totally
a
all
bad
serious. Let's
movie.
talk about Ghostbusters too.
That's not a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. All right.
So that was my Ghostbusters when I was a kid. You know,
I loved it.
Yeah, I was born in '85, so I was pretty young, and I remember hype. Yeah.
You were born in 85.
Yeah. Oh no, I think it was
Okay.
85 in 85. I got to look at it, don't I?
You.
No, but yeah, I mean that was my Ghostbusters. I think I saw that first actually, and
That
the
was the first
slime
one
and
I
everything.
saw.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I actually saw that one in the theater. Like I wasn't born when the first one came out, but I saw it on VHS, and then I saw when the second one came out, I saw that one in the theater. That was like the first Ghostbusters experience I had in the movie theater, and I still remember like going, and I don't remember who I think my mom must have taken us or something, but it was I really liked it as a kid. I had do you guys remember my first Sony?
No.
No.
My first Sony. So it was like a little little red like radio, like, and it had a VHS, a cassette player, and I had the single like for that song by the Bobby Brown song.
Brown.
Yes, and I like wore out the tape listening to it so much.
I don't think Ghostbusters 2 is a good movie. I think it's a bad movie. I think it is out of the 3 Ghostbusters movies that currently exist, I think it is the lowest rating of those.
Ooh.
But
hot take.
But well, because here's the thing: the girl Ghostbusters from 2016 is full of a lot of jokes that I really like.
I like that one. Yeah.
I get a real kick out of it because it's funny, right? They've got, as soon as the girl Ghostbusters movie decides it has to become a big blockbuster at the end, it falls apart and it's just like not good. But all the jokes in that movie are like, they're really good, or they're my kind of gag. Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2 does that thing where it is redoing all the beats of the first movie with less effectiveness, and it is also taking Sigourney Weaver and turning her just into a plot point. Like, she is just a thing. She's a MacGuffin. Her entire character is a MacGuffin in that movie. And at that point, Sigourney Weaver, you're not gonna really utilize sort of Sigourney Weaver to be like, someone said, as a kid, I enjoyed Ghostbusters 2, and I think it still holds up if you compare it to the 2016 one. I rewatched it this past week, and I thoroughly enjoyed Ghostbusters 2. But like, my problems with it were like they were things that like really grated on my brain. Sigourney Weaver just being like this plot point thing.
Yeah,
That's one of them. That's one of them. But
I
I still
mean,
want a Vigo action figure. Give me a Vigo action figure. I
well,
love Vigo. He's
Mattel did
hilarious.
one. Mattel did one like in like a few
I
years
know
ago.
Mattel did,
You want a Hasbro one?
but I'm not buying a Mattel one either. Are you, Victoria? Are you?
How do you know I don't have one already?
Show it to me.
I don't have
You
one.
just, right.
Even if I did, I couldn't just go grab it. It'd be like, oh, well, where is it?
Yeah, but you would have been like, all right, let me. Yeah.
I have
knew you didn't.
what's his phrase? EPA guy. I have him. He came with the ghost containment unit.
Oh yeah.
Walter Peck. Yeah, I have him.
Hey, the original Ghostbusters was a Reagan-esque fantasy movie. Oh my God, the EPA is here now. We don't want those environmentalists coming in here and screwing things up. As a hardcore liberal, I'm very mad about Ghostbusters and that.
Not wrong, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Love it.
yeah, I don't know. It's one of those movies, the original one. That just it's always a top 5 for me. It makes me feel good, and anytime I see it, so it's
incredibly funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredibly it's a really startlingly funny movie in just how weird it is and how it's have you guys seen Team America?
Mm-mm.
The South Park movie? Yeah.
Team America is doing the same thing that Ghostbusters did. It's taking pure nonsense, total nonsense, and playing all of it straight. Like we think about, Ghostbusters, there's the giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that got summoned by the ghoul that's in the refrigerator, and it's like, oh yeah, this is lore. It's like, no guys, this is nonsense. And the fact that the characters around is like, we're taking this very seriously. That's the joke. That's the joke of it. So I hope the new one, I hope Afterlife recognizes that this is it's a joke.
We'll see.
Stranger Things season 4.
Nice.
Yeah, everything's getting delayed here. When are we going to see some new Ghostbusters, new Stranger Things? I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, bring it on.
Me too.
So I think when Tom, last time we did one of those Cantina Chatter detours, we were talking about ghosts and aliens. Remember, like, are ghosts really like invisible aliens?
Yeah. Ghosts are made up. They're not real things. They're made up. Yeah.
That is not true.
And when you think you see ghosts, it's late at night, and you're waking out of a dream. So it's not real. It's not real.
So
But on the flip side, space aliens are showing up on our planet from 25 light years away and checking on us with their beams of light. Yes.
Tom, you would fit into a Ghostbusters movie just on these ideas alone.
I mean, I would be the Rick Moranis character. I'd be like, let me in! Yeah, somebody let me in! And then the big dog would go in there like, ah! And then the dog would like grab me from behind and be like, woo! And then I discover new things about myself.
Yeah.
The dog monster.
Man.
I'm like, well, and then me and the dog are running off, and like I've got the veil, and the dog is like reading me right. Like,
yeah.
And Lena's here, and be like, what the fuck? I was asleep on the couch for 1 hour, Tom, and you got married to a ghost dog?
I think you should write the next Ghostbusters.
Dude.
Yeah, but anyway, the ghost that kissed me at the hotel. I told you about this.
Yes.
And then
happened. It happened within a couple days of when I was asleep in bed upstairs, and something got me.
Well, yeah, something got you. Okay, so what was weird about that is, it was a place that is renowned as being haunted.
Yep.
And then I think I mentioned to you that the same thing happened to somebody else that had no idea that I had this experience at that hotel and happened to be staying in the room right across from the one I was staying at.
Right.
So that's, I don't know. For me, that adds a little bit of credibility to a possible thing in this.
So you're telling me there's a story about this spooky hotel where there's like a ghost in this hotel, and when you went to sleep at night, and you got startled awake with something. I get startled awake a lot with like physical sensations, like seriously, consistently. I've been slapped, not just by my beautiful wife. She's fast asleep right now. She's so happy. She's just like, I love you. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten slapped. I've had things hurt my hand. Because when I go to sleep at night, I'll like tuck my hand between my legs, right? Like my legs are up there. I'm like, just so it like doesn't drift or whatever. I've had these things wake me up multiple times, pretty consistently, and I think they're just like what my mind is cooking up about the fact that like there's an outside thing that's like got me.
Anyway,
Guys, you want to hear my story, my ghost story?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Okay. It was Christmas Eve this year, 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and in the new house that we're at here, we've been here like 6 or 7 years. We like lose power pretty frequently. It's kind of weird. I don't know. We're on like a main street here, and I don't know if I'm spoiling the story here, but we had recently purchased at an antique store a 1930s doll bed for my daughters to play with, like their dolls and stuff. And so, pretty bad storm, Christmas Eve, and the kids like to sleep in the bed with us, right?
Yeah.
And so I wake
How
up.
old are the kids?
7 and 3, and so the power goes out. We usually have like a night light on and stuff, and it's pretty dark, and everything goes out. All the sound, we have like white noise machines and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing going on. And I wake up in the middle of the night and I see my daughter standing at the edge of the bed, and I'm just like, okay, that's weird. And I go to grab her to pull her back into bed, and I miss her, and there's nothing happens. And I look over and my daughter's sleeping to the left of me on the bed. And I'm like, that's weird. I just must have hallucinated that. That's weird. I go back to sleep.
Yep.
And so Christmas morning, the next morning, I walk in, have the in-laws over, and my wife is telling a story about a dream that she had that my daughter was standing on the bed and that she was calling to her and like come back to bed, and that she ignored her and then just evaporated. And then she was sleeping in the bed again. So I'm just like, wait, what did you just say? Like, that's very familiar from a dream that I thought I had. I thought I hallucinated something. We both had the same like thing happen at the same time. The recollection was weird.
Wow.
So you and your wife both had dreams about like your daughter at the same time.
I wouldn't say it was a dream. It was like a hallucination. It felt like in the moment, but then like hearing my wife's story did not seem like a hallucination, like almost like we saw the same thing.
Spooky.
Woo!
My take is you guys both had the similar dream because you have similar anxieties that like manifest in the same way.
Get on that couch.
Right. But. So that's firmly where I officially believe it's at. But I'm also gonna say that's pretty fucking spooky. Like,
It's weird, like I've always watched those like
It's
ghost
weird.
shows and stuff, and they talk
Weird.
about it like not being scary when you're in the moment. It's not scary.
No.
Whatever it was that I saw, hallucination or manifestation or whatever it was, it's not scary. But then after the fact, when you think about it, it's like, oh, that was kind of weird,
Well, what
Yeah.
would be scary about a haunting thing? Like, why would that be a scary thing?
Because in the movies they slaughter you and kill you and stuff you in a tunnel.
Right, because but that's also nonsense, and none of that makes any sense, right? Like if you got ghosts that can go up and pick up knives and stab people, then like we would have a crime unit out there right now being like, oh, we gotta stop the ghosts doing that. Like that's nonsense.
GCU, Ghost Crime Unit.
Right? Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. That's obvious nonsense. When we start to go into these sorts of stories, which I believe, I don't believe, but I don't
Disbelief.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. It's not. I can't come in here and be like, this is obvious freaking nonsense, right? Like everything you're saying is nonsense. It's like, no, there's a lot of interesting things here being talked about.
Right. Like if I had not had any like paranormal type things happen, I probably wouldn't believe that any of it's real.
Mm-hmm.
But like all I can speak to is the things that I've had happen. And I mean, I don't know if we talked about this one, Tom, but like when I was, before I left my hometown, I was in a band in the local church.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'd play, it was like a really old church. We would play in the choir loft and, we'd go up there and we'd be sitting there like during the mass and stuff. And occasionally I'd hear in my ear, like, Victoria, just like that. It happened like 2 or 3 times. And I turned it to my bandmate like, what? Like, did you call me? And then he'd be like, huh? No. And then one time he's like, mm-hmm. He's like, did you just call me? I'm like, no. I'm like, he's like, are you sure? I'm like, no, but that's what I was telling you about. So like, it was just kind of like this weird thing, how like, something in the choir loft is haunted. Like, I don't know, but yeah. Weird.
I mean, I had a point when I lived in Vermont. I don't think I was drinking at the time, so I was totally sober. I was sitting in my bedroom, and I heard my father.
Sober?
There was a point. Yeah. A long time ago. Back when remember the Power of the Force figures came out? The Power of the Force 2 figures came out?
How can we forget?
Yeah. So around then, and I was sitting in a chair in my bedroom, and I heard Tom, my father's voice, right in my ear. I mean, it was the thing where I was like, nothing. But it wasn't like a weird. It was like, it was like Tom, very loud in my ear, and I'm just sitting up there, probably looking at the internet. I don't know what I was looking at the internet at the time. It was probably naked ladies. But it was a sudden like, yeah. So I don't know. So I've had my experiences with like a thing that like my take on that experience though was my mind having a misfire. Like it's legit. I don't think there was another thing. I think my brain just was like.
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of excuses, Tom. The easiest solution is just ghosts. It's
denial.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
I've heard like 3 or 4 things from you tonight, and Victoria and I are just saying ghosts. It's one thing. It's math.
Dave, are you suggesting that like I might be in a deep level of denial?
Yeah, I think you've had more experiences than the 2 of us combined.
You are a ghost, Tom.
He just evaporates, goes away.
You want to? I've told you guys about the UFOs I've seen, right?
On Cantina chatter, you talked about them a little bit.
The big thing floating above the highway, I-91 north. Oh man, that was right there, and we pulled the fuck over. We pulled over, and before it moved away, I was like, all right.
How fast did it move away?
Not very fast. It could be a helicopter, except no, it could be a helicopter.
Like a traffic helicopter. They're like, move out of the way, move.
Well, you know, a helicopter doesn't make any sound,
Stay inside. Someone's on the loose.
and they're just like, I don't know. It's all normal stuff. There's
It could have been a helicopter.
totally a helicopter.
That's funny. Yeah, but no, I for me the most baffling one is definitely the kissing ghost. I mean, I know you said, you know, oh, it was late at night, you know, the scene was set, you're in a haunted hotel, but no,
only because
it's just too.
Only because I've had recent things where I've felt like a thing, like in bed. Yeah, I'm upstairs in bed here, and I'm like, there's a thing that's like poked at me or something. It's like I'm just waking up out of a dream.
Well,
I don't
okay.
get poked up out of a dream. I just wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of the time, it's not out of a dream. Like when this happened, it was 4:00 in the morning, and I felt like a deliberate kiss, and I thought it was my husband naturally, right? But no, he's like asleep. The dog's in her crate sleeping. Like, you know, the door's open, but she went back into her crate and slept. And then like there's nothing there. I'm like,
wait, was there tongue or no tongue?
It wasn't on the mouth. It was like right here. Right
So no tongue. So no tongue.
No tongue, and but it felt like a kiss, or like the pressure, you know, was like mwah, like it felt like a kiss.
I've had better dreams.
And then this, yeah, I'm sure you have. God damn it. But no, but then for this other person to have that same thing right across in the room, right across from me, like 2 weeks later, where she said it was the same thing. She woke up around 9 a.m. because she felt a kiss on her face. And knew nothing about my story. I was just like, well, then that adds a little bit of credibility to what I've been saying. I think that's a little too on the mark for it to be a coincidence in this case. But
it's all made up gobbledygook nonsense, and you're wrong, and there's nothing, and it's like, just stop even thinking about it, because here's the thing, guys. If old Grumpy Tom breaks his feelings on this thing, then we've got a problem.
Well, don't you want to evolve and have new ideas? Yes, come to the spooky side, Tom. You're already halfway there.
Gosh.
Join us.
I'm living on a prayer. Here's the thing. All I want is all the spooky stuff. That's all I want. I want to believe all of this, all of it, because it's so much more interesting. Like, have you guys seen all the UFO reports about the government and like what that is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing that's going on there, guys. There's stuff flying around and they have no idea what it is, and they covered it up because they're like, well, I don't want people to believe it's China or Russia doing this, so we're covering it up. That's it. They have no idea what any of it is. No idea.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
For that I did document. So for that I have a video. So.
Yeah. No. I've seen that, and it's like, yeah, I've seen a lot of those. I've seen that stuff. The triangle thing that I saw was like.
Triangular helicopter?
It wasn't a helicopter.
You said it could have been a helicopter.
Sure. Yeah. It could totally be a helicopter that doesn't make any sound. A silent helicopter. If you got those, cool.
The story is so great that's what you say that you believe in, and then you end it with it could have been a helicopter.
Sure, yeah. I mean, what's more likely?
I'm convinced.
What's more likely? There's a flying saucer that old Grumpy Tom sees, or there's a helicopter, and he's just like, "Oh, cool. I'm drunk."
Just use your heart. I don't care if you're drunk. It's just probably a UFO.
Yeah, just feel it out. Don't use too. If you go too much with the logic, you might miss something. So feel it out. If it feels like it's a UFO, if it feels like it's a ghost, it could be a ghost. It could be a UFO.
It could be ghost. It could be a Quill action figure.
It was just a bunch of unwanted Black Series just dropping from the sky.
Yeah.
Tom, can you see this? I don't know if you can see that. So that's me.
You. Yeah.
Yeah. Look above, like to my to my side, right above my husband's standing next to me, above his shoulder. You see that?
Yeah.
It's like a face. You see it?
I see the white object there.
Yeah, that's from that same hotel in the elevator.
Wait, what is that? What is that thing there?
It looks like a face.
Yeah, looks like one of the Greys.
The aliens.
Yeah. Well, so what is it? Who was there?
Nobody was there. It was just I didn't notice it until I looked at the video, like afterward.
Oh my God, we're all crazy people now. All right, rebranding Victoria's Cantina. You used to come here to talk about Star Wars action figures. You're never gonna get your Tonica toy, but also like now it's all about the spacemen and ghosts.
Well, hey, at least I document it, right? At least I have like, okay, here's what happened, like because I'm always filming, always taking pictures. I have these things like documented, so it's not just up here. I have like evidence.
I'm not gonna pretend that you haven't shown me stuff where I'm like, I don't think it's ghosts, but I
like what? What have I shown you?
like that. It's like it's not ghosts, but it's
okay.
Like,
yeah, you could be right.
All right. So,
you could be right.
So what is it, Tom? Is like I don't know. I something else. Like
it could be.
It's like a bunch of midgets came in and they were like, oh, let's put like a little like a gray alien here and like in this shot, and oh look, this lady's walking past now and taking a photo. Well, that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, nonsense.
I want to hear more about this 1930s doll bed though, because that sounds like it could have something attached to it.
Yeah, right. I think I put it in I have a detached garage, is where I'm at now, and it's out here with me. So if it pops up here somewhere,
ooh. Yeah, it could be a thing, or like we were saying, me and Tom, that ghosts could just be invisible aliens that are trying to mess around with us.
Sure. I don't know. That seems pretty silly to me.
Does it though? You're talking about UFO helicopters.
We're like, that one man did not respond to us when we tried to get him on I-91, but if we pretend like everyone's sleeping and we'll appear to them, then they'll understand.
Yeah, something got me in the neck one night.
It's not a mosquito. It's
humans
space
really
man.
Enjoy being woken up by a phantom kiss.
Sure,
it's a known fact.
Well, ladies do. Men
no,
don't.
I didn't like it.
Men love the phantom kiss coming.
I felt so violated by that ghost. I think I'm going to put that ghost on blast and cancel the ghost. The ghost is canceled.
Dude, and that's fair. If that's the thing that happened, you cancel that fucking ghost. We don't like that ghost. Hey, ghost, you're a bad dude.
Is it named by like the hotel or anyone?
His name, that ghost's name is Harvey.
So
his name is Harvey. That's
so
his name.
It could be. This is the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. It's one of the oldest. It's almost 100 years old. I think it's like 1927 or something like that. Lots of celebrities stayed there. A lot of history. The first Academy Awards were held in this hotel. And it's as you go in there and it looks old, like they've kept the lobby the same, like original, like Spanish colonial style, like classic Hollywood look. It's just like you go in there, it's like the atmosphere is like, ooh, like it's it's really rich. But yeah, no, there are certain specters, if you want to call them that are known to haunt or said to haunt the hotel by others that are not me. So, well, now I do, but before I didn't.
Guess who's coming to haunt this live chat? Guess who's coming here right now? Yeah. Guess who's coming here? Oh my gosh, you're such a bum. You're such a bum.
My dog's in the other room.
Look at this.
Aw, look at that.
All right, down you go. Down you go.
Nice.
You get to type all your buttons.
I've gotten messages from her before.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where it's just like
It's
45,
like
45.
random.
Yeah.
It's like random things. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like
Tom,
that.
what are you doing? How much did you have to drink tonight?
No, yeah. She just climbs on this and I'm like, "Err." Yeah. 45, 45, 45 is a startling one that she does.
It's cat code. It's cat code. It means something to her.
Yeah, I was worried about her. I was like, "Oh, you need a red hat, Galinda?" No, it's because she stands her little feet on this. Like, she's a very funny little.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Like my dog, sometimes when I'm here, like working at night, she'll want to be in my lap, and then she'll just lay her head on the keyboard, and it just goes like pee.
Oh yeah. All of that nonsense. All of that nonsense. Dave, where do you live?
I live in a place I can't tell you. No, I live in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
All right, so we're gonna come visit you at some point in time.
Yeah, come on over, see the doll bed. I can show
Sleep
you.
in the doll bed.
Yeah, you can sleep in it and just curl up.
I no, Dave. I think you're within like 2 hours of us.
Oh yeah. You're in yeah, definitely 2 hours or less drive from me from New York.
You'll see, Dave. You'll see Tom standing at the foot of your bed. You'll try and grab him, and he's just gonna.
I'll be like,
Oh,
Tom,
I'm-
what are you doing here?
Guys, I'm very creepy. Yeah, I will show up there, but it'll be like a nightmare. It's like,
I'll be like, your figures are over there. I just didn't mail them yet. Why are you here?
oh right, Dave, you were the only reason I got my Black Series Clone Wars figures because of Dave.
Yeah. If I would have known like a day earlier,
Sorry.
there was like multiple cases of them, and I just took the ones that I wanted. But yeah, I'm glad to help.
Yeah, no, bless your heart, yeah,
Good figures.
yeah.
I think one day, like I'm gonna haunt this collection. Like when I'm not here anymore,
Mhm.
people will, like
I mean,
start
that's
getting.
the fun thing, right? That's what we're thinking about. Like, if all this haunting stuff is possible, we have so many little pieces of plastic that we're gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck with some kids.
Some poor schmuck will be in an antique store 50 years from now and they'll be like, back in the 1990s, there was a Kenner Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus that was given to some young girl.
Mhm.
And you'll be like, oh, that's pretty nice. Take it home. And then Victoria will just be like haunting them at night.
Ah,
Yeah, they think it's like it roars. They press the button, but then it roars by itself, and it's me like they're like pressing it.
it's like meh. Yeah.
Roar.
It's like the only good Jurassic Park movie is the first one. That's what my ghost would do.
So the T-Rex will say.
Yeah.
The book was better.
The book was the when Donald Gennaro should have lasted the whole movie.
Oh man.
It could be coupon day or something.
Could be coupon day. It could just be that we leave an imprint of our energy on anything we interact with, and
Sure.
it somehow, like in the right conditions, can maybe manifest as an intelligent form of energy or consciousness or something.
Yeah, I find all that stuff very interesting. I took a ghost tour in Gettysburg. Cool.
I actually agree with you. I just wanted to make a snarky gag.
That's fine by me.
All right.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
pretty much all I had to say. I found it interesting. I took
mean,
a ghost tour in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a few years ago, maybe like 6 years ago or something.
Mm.
I don't remember a whole lot of it, but it's just interesting, the ghost stories. And I think I'm a skeptic, like Tom. I don't know if I believe everything that I hear, till you experience something, and even then, it just feels weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find that stuff interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't happen frequently enough for you to be like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, But I mean, I feel pretty convinced at this point, but because I have had a ton of experiences, but
Mhm.
I think for most people it isn't, that do have something. It's not like consistent enough, to like reaffirm, oh, yeah, definitely there's something going on here. It's just so infrequent. And I mean, it's not like the ghost like lasts long enough to be like, okay, you know what? It was me. I kissed you last night. I'm sorry. Boundaries. I know. We don't get to that point. It's just like little like glimpses that we catch here and there. And I think I was listening recently to um do you know who Lou Elizondo is, right, Tom? He's the guy he worked for the Pentagon heading up at ATIP, which was
Yes.
okay. So he said that the way he's characterizing UFOs is that, it's kind of like maybe we just lack the extra like sense to perceive them most of the time. So he was saying that they could be like, when you look through a telescope and you see things in ultraviolet, or Wi-Fi signals are constantly like bouncing around going through us. Like we just lack the senses to see them.
Yep.
Like ghosts and UFOs and that sort of stuff could just be something like that, where they come through every now and then for when the conditions are right, but they might just constantly be there and we're just not aware of them because we can't perceive them through our existing senses.
Yep. Yeah. The us noticing these things floating around doing stuff is like, it doesn't matter at all to those things. And also
or maybe we're just a little bit better than everyone else. Like if you feel a kiss on your lips at a hotel, or you maybe see an apparition at your bed or a helicopter in the sky, you're just a little bit better than everyone else.
You've seen Victoria. She's an attractive lady. Like if I was a floating ghost and I was like,
No, I would be respectful. I don't know about you, Tom.
No, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I'd be like, well, she's asleep and dead. Smoochy time.
She won't notice.
And if she wakes up and be like, oh, it's UFOs. It's not ghosts.
It's a helicopter.
Ghosts don't exist. It's UFOs. They're kissing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, invisible aliens are responsible for all of this stuff. Ghosts are invisible aliens. And notice how we haven't gotten any more comments in the chat since 9:12, which was over a half hour ago.
I don't think the YouTube toy chat crosses over to.
I'll tell you what, guys. I've just had a lovely time chatting with you guys because I'm very happy to have a nice chat with you. So like,
you too.
If anyone's here watching, why have you met me? I'm weird and boring.
Yeah,
I say my favorite episodes of the podcast are when Tom is the co-host, because it's just funny. You have a very dry sense of humor, and it makes me crack up a lot.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, they are funny. And Tom, have you seen that new show on Jason's still here, and so is We Deliver is still here. Yeah, so the new show on Showtime, it's just called UFO. It's a docuseries by J.J. Abrams. He's the executive producer.
Yep, I watched it. I totally did watch it. Yes.
Okay. Did you like it?
I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it too. It's a strange one, but it's better than Ancient Aliens, that's for sure.
I have so many thoughts about the alien thing. I don't think we should. I think I've already gone into it a little bit right now. I don't think I should go further. I think the things that we don't know about even our own environment and our own space that we're around are such startling things that when 100 years you would look at what we're doing and what we're talking about being like, oh, are those space aliens? Or are we just talking about the normal other things that are going on? Because they're another thing. Like they might be another intelligent thing that's like, but they don't care. They pop in, look at things, and like we will never have contact with that, right? Like they're here, they do a little thing, they look at it. Oh, we're gonna talk to them. Those are the space aliens. Maybe those might be the space aliens, but they may never care enough.
They
to,
could
like,
be maintaining the Matrix too.
sure, yeah. I mean, that's also a possibility. Yeah, yeah.
They just come in to change a setting, like
Less likely. There's a lot of evidence that we are probably not in the Matrix. Well, all right, think about it.
Aren't the odds that we're more than likely in a simulation than not?
No. Because, all right, think about all the fiction we create. Most of the fiction we create takes place in our time, right? They don't take place in a prehistoric time or future time. Most of the fiction we create takes place currently. Do you agree with that?
Maybe not so much anymore. I mean, cell phones are a big problem, right? Everything's retro anymore. But go on.
But do you agree that even with cell phones, a lot of the fiction we create takes place
Yes.
currently? All right.
Yes.
Okay. So that's always been the case with our civilization. Most of the time, we're always all of our fiction takes place now, with small snippets of stuff that takes place in the past or the future. The most cool stuff, what I love, but like not the majority of it. So if we are a simulation, if you become a civilization that gets to create a simulation thing, you're likely going to create it around your current time period. And we can't create a current a simulation. We can't do that currently, right? So is that I'm drunk, so I'm like
trying to follow.
all right.
That was the most brilliant thing I've ever heard, Tom.
Hang on. All right. We are all right. We as a civilization create generally stuff based around our own civilization. And if we wanted to create a simulated universe, likelihood would be it would take place in our own universe. And that universe doesn't have the equipment to create a perfect simulation of our whole universe. It doesn't, like, we're not there yet. So that would mean if you wanted to look at the entire pyramid of simulations, we would have to be so low on it that if you wanted to come up with like if we're that low, like we cannot create that simulation. We can't.
Or unless that we're just so, like, maybe the simulation is set to begin from the beginning and we're just experiencing it now at this point in time before we get to.
And we're noticing that now. So that means, like, now's the time we're paying attention to it. If you wanted to put a dart on a map of all the simulated universes that had done that and created that universe, we would be at the tail end of that, where it's like, oh, we haven't done it yet. Why haven't we done it? I'm not saying we can't do it, but it suggests that, like, well, we haven't yet and we can't yet. So that means probably all of this other stuff, like, they probably have not done that yet either.
I don't know. Sometimes I sort of think of, like, films or books or any, like, universe that's created by man as its own, like, universe that has its own rules and thoughts and stuff like that, whether or not we intend it. And, like, maybe the characters in it, if you read a period piece in Victorian times or something like that, are they asking themselves why there's no airplanes?
What?
I'm just saying. could you not look at like a simulation as something anytime you would
I
create
see.
like another universe, whether you would just, let's say, write a book and those characters have their own feelings and thoughts and they live in their own universe with their own set up world and stuff like that. And if you would write like a period piece on Victorian times, would they not ask themselves why there's no airplanes? Because they haven't gotten there yet?
We'll ask yourself, like, do you think that these people did think that? Of
I
course
don't
they
know.
did. I think all of them did. Why are there not airplanes? They cooked up a bunch of limits to why they would not think that, but like they absolutely thought that. Yeah, we've always thought about flying anywhere.
Interesting.
I think it's just multiple timelines. Like, like when you look at like a whirlpool or something, and the timelines, like usually they're not touching, right? But occasionally like they'll cross, or they're like just like graze on each other. And when that happens, you have some interaction from past and present and future and present. And maybe that's what it is. I mean, these UFO things are like from the Tic Tacs and all that are from millennia into the future, and like somehow they're just transcending that little like time thing, and we're getting a glimpse of it somehow.
I love having no idea what those things are. Me, I'm still here. I love having no idea what those things are.
I want to know what they are.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Interesting.
Cool.
Did we freeze?
No.
I think we're all like, man, I would love to know what space aliens are.
Yeah. As long as they're not
hostile.
Yet.
What do you mean yet?
Well, I mean, when they're reported to show up around like, or the military, right? Like Navy, like aircraft carriers and stuff, like that's that's a risk.
What are they doing around the aircraft carriers?
Who knows? Surveillance. Aren't they deactivating like weapons in some cases? Or
so the space aliens are deactivating weapons.
Maybe.
All right. So is that hostile?
It's not hostile from their perspective because they can do it.
Well, also,
if you go to your neighbor's house and turn off like their water, it's like it's not hostile to you, but to them it kind of is.
No. If you go to your neighbor's house and turn off their water, that stops them from being able to function in a normal way. If you go to your neighbor's house and like take away all their like nuclear weapons, like that's I mean that's like all right, they did that. So here's the thing: if the space aliens are here and they're floating around, turning off nuclear weapons, they haven't destroyed us.
True.
They haven't come to take our planet. Why? If that's what they want, why have they not done that yet? Like we're not enough of a threat at this point. Like they could just do that. So why have they not done that?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they have no interest. Because that's not important to them. If they are here, then we're fine as a species. It's gonna turn out totally okay for us. They're like, all right, guys, come up the radar and like don't. You're right. You don't get to blow your things up and stuff because that's dumb. But like, all right, let's get to. There's no reason.
Well, we have to invent warp drive first, right? Before they create first contact with us.
But apparently they're already here, right?
Well, you know what? The most interesting thing that I've heard recently, which I'm sure has been out there, but I'm just hearing it for the first time. And maybe Tom, you could help me with the terminology, but what is it called? We have like SETI and stuff, looking for extraterrestrial life, like searching for radio signals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they say that there is no evidence yet, and that most likely we are alone if we haven't found any evidence yet, because other species would have had enough time to evolve and become, sentient like us and show their evidence in the world. But what is that called with the barrier that you reach to possibly like leave your galaxy or something. And since we're not getting any radio signals or anything from anyone,
Dave, are you really just giving this to me? Is
you
this
want
a
to take this?
joke?
Go
Is this a joke that my wife like contacted
No.
you earlier? It was like, hey, Dave, ask Tom about the Fermi paradox.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I could not remember what that was called. Thank you. But let me just finish which I have not heard about. I'm sure you know about this, but like
I'm
we're
obsessed.
moving away from radio signals and going into an all digital
Oh, yeah.
society, and that might explain the reason why we have not made any contact or evidence of another life form out there.
Oh yeah, I mean that right there. Yeah, you answered your own question there. It's possible like the whole search for radio signals thing is like it's a dead end.
It's like a blip, like because it only lasted here. And
it's like 50 years. Then it's like, oh, now we figured out something better, and we do that instead. Yeah. So like, all right. Looking for radio signals is probably a dead end, right? Because it's already a dead end for our species. Like we're not doing that. But like, all right. So if you wanted to think about a Dyson sphere. Do we all know what a Dyson sphere is?
Yeah.
All right. So
it's a vacuum cleaner.
There's we should be able to detect that, like looking at like other stars. We should be able to see that. We have not seen any Dyson spheres. We have also seen no evidence of a Type 3 civilization that just controls an entire galaxy. We've seen no evidence of it. Why not? Like it's our galaxy. Like where is any of that? We've seen nothing.
It's too far away.
It's not. No. We've seen light from like a few thousand years away, a few 100,000 years away. Our galaxies existed for like a billion years, a few billion years.
Like 10 billion years.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So like let's say 4 million years. Where's the evidence? Like we had like life create on our planet for like 65 million years. Jurassic Park. What? Like where's the other? Where is it out there? Why have we not seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're like us and they just can't reach out.
Could be, yeah. And I certainly hope that that's the case, because the most terrifying case for me is that, all right, Dave, you were talking about the filters.
Mm-hmm.
The filters are
be like a barrier to like possibly leaving your own galaxy or contacting someone from another galaxy that it's just not possible at all, no matter how advanced you are.
Exactly. So we as a species are within the next 1,000 years, unless we blow ourselves up, could become an
intergalactic.
Not intergalactic, but like within the next 1,000 years, we could colonize planets in our star system.
Yes.
1,000 years after that, there's no reason to think we couldn't send stuff out to the rest of space. Intergalactic at that point. Probably within this 1,000 years. I would say it's like 300 years we can put stuff on Mars, put stuff on the moon, Venus, Europa. We can put stuff there. We're currently there, right? Like either we wipe ourselves out or we do that. So the great filter then being either it's possible that life doesn't come into an intelligent form at its 0 hour. It's a very, very primordial thing. It can't do it. It's just like, it's just bacteria forever. and that's all it ever is, and we're the special ones. Or the problem is coming ahead of us, and we will before we get to Mars and Venus and Neptune and send our first interstellar thing out there, because all of the aliens do this. Before all that happens, we do a thing that blows us up and wipes us out. It could be climate change. It could be voting for Joe Biden. It could be anything, but that's the great filter concern. We're either it's coming up or we passed it, and
No, I find all that very fascinating stuff. I think I listened to the End of the World with Josh Clark podcast a couple of years ago. It dealt with a lot of that stuff. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I'm crazily obsessed with that stuff, because I'm frightened by it, but I don't believe. There's two possibilities. One, we are all right. So let's say we are the ones that broke through that great filter, right? So all the other civilizations that have tried to do it, they've broken down, they failed for whatever reason. That means we as a species have one goal. The only important thing for us to do is to go out there for the other species and like connect the dots. Like that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that we should be doing. All of it. Everything in our civilization should be working towards doing that, if that's the case. Because that means because we broke the odds. And that means we can prevent the other ones from screwing it up. Or we're just another one, and it's like, but I don't think that. I don't think that. I think we are more likely the first that got out there into this. And I think that
space.
And I think that it's our job to go out there and make certain everyone else gets out of space. That's actually what I think. And that's the much crazier of a thought than like you met a ghost.
What we need to do is develop interplanetary travel, and we need to go to these other civilizations that are advanced, and we need to see how well their action figures are produced, and if they're better than ours or not.
Maybe their action figures are so good that like they can actually like walk on their own, and they can move around and reenact scenes from the film, have a lightsaber duel, and
You make me so mad right now.
Let's see what we got here.
Here's my April O'Neil figure.
Nice. Yeah, that looks like that's definitely a throwback to the old days. But she doesn't have the little press thing on her shirt. The little press.
It's an accessory. The eyes are terrible. I'm very sad about the eyes.
Let's see. Action figure expert. We have not seen anything like a Dyson sphere because that is something fictional from Star Trek. Is it though? But
Star Trek is never fictional.
Well, it's fictional until it's not. Yeah.
The Dysons, like, okay, so this is true story. This isn't ghosts or anything. When I worked at Best Buy like ages ago, we would get those Dysons in for repair all the time. They're always breaking. I don't know. They might be better now. This is a long time ago, but back then they were always breaking. So I got weird theories. I think other life has tried to contact us before, and it's why we have blips in our history, from stories of how Atlantis rise and fall to pyramids. So why the Dark Ages? I think we haven't overcome our human nature and feel why would they help us advance if we're just going to destroy ourselves.
Yeah, those are cool stories, but like I kind of tend to reject that, the human ingenuity about how they built the pyramids and things like that, to say that it wasn't possible except for alien intervention, because we're pretty awesome, I would say.
Yeah. I mean,
the pyramids were created because they had 10,000 years of slavery, so they were like,
yeah,
that's. Yeah. I think it's We can't do that kind of thing now. Like, probably make pyramids just with that human strength like that. But, at a time, maybe they
What
could
are you
have.
talking about? Have you seen New York City? Have you seen it?
I'm talking about
I
people
can't see it from where I live.
looking.
I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
it exists.
Looking out my fucking window. Like this is like this. This would everything up right there. All of it puts the pyramid.
I'm
building.
talking about people like lugging
Sorry,
like
pyramid
2-ton pieces of rock like
Yeah.
strapped to their back and like in tandem and like going together and taking them up like a ramp.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your city there, Tom. But when you say it's so tall, and I'm close to you. We've established this, and I look out my window and I don't see any skyscrapers, so I don't think New York exists.
How do we know you're not a ghost, Tom?
I've only ever seen New York in Ghostbusters, so I think it's a fictional town.
But not Ghostbusters 2016 because that had a bunch of girls in it and also took place in Boston.
Well, girls obviously
Why
don't
did-
exist in New York City. It's a myth.
Yeah, I mean, why didn't you make your fucking Ghostbusters movie take place in Boston? 2016.
That's
Like,
a good idea. Yeah,
Boston's fucking amazing.
that would have been funny.
I fucking am crazy about Boston. Also, then all your fucking girl Ghostbusters can have like Boston accents. Be like, yeah, get me the fucking Duncan from the Packy. Get in there. Well, anyway. Happy Friday.
Good
Yeah.
day. Good day.
So I've made it a goal for myself, just to kind of put an end to this conversation on the paranormal. We have this hotel here, the Hotel del Coronado, which was built in, I think, like 1889 or 88 is when it opened. And it has a long history of all kinds of weird things that actually happened there. And then, rumored paranormal stuff. I was there last week, and my husband and we were just kind of walking around, and stuff. And it's really cool. It's a really neat place. It's fascinating. It's it's a resort. It's like it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's an architectural wonder. But I have this goal of staying
Except for the ghosts.
I have this goal of staying in, the room of the woman that shot herself in the head in 1892, which is reported to have a lot of incidents occur. So that's my goal before the end of the year, is to stay in that room.
Yeah, but don't shoot yourself in the head. I mean, also oh, my wife, she's so asleep right now.
Don't shoot yourself in the head.
Don't shoot yourself in the head. I just like action figures, and I like them a lot. And they pour all over me. She's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's fine. Right? It's fine.
Action figures, yeah, about them.
My wife probably wanted me to shoot myself in the head like 2 weeks ago with all those packages that showed up at my door.
Oh man, the Jurassic ones.
Yes, Jurassic,
Oh,
and there was Ghostbusters and other
It
things.
came out
and-
at this. Yeah, it came out all at the same time. There's a lot of Star Wars coming out too, like for vintage collections. So I'm like,
I so badly want to go to one of your houses. It's probably going to be Dave, because he's local. And just like I just want to cover myself in the toys. I'm like,
Well, what you see here is pretty much what I have on display, and a lot of it is just in boxes. My house is pretty pathetic, so you're gonna be disappointed.
the boxes are what I'm interested in. You have a wife, right, Dave?
Do I? Well, I think she's a ghost, but yeah, she lives here.
Right.
No, I have a wife. Yes.
They go hang out, and we just go into a room, and you just dump boxes of Kenner ghosts. I'm like,
All right. Well, we'll hook this up after we get done here. We'll set this up. Yeah, it'll be fun.
nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, we've been going for about 2 hours.
Yep, it's way
And
too hours.
I had no idea we were going to mostly go about ghosts and UFOs and helicopters and stuff. But
You mean made up stuff that's not real.
Helicopters aren't real.
helicopters aren't real.
Have you ever seen a helicopter in person? No, you haven't. And if you come into the comments and like, yeah, I totally have. I work in a helicopter. It's like normal thing. No, you're lying. You're lying. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. Fake.
Just what Big Air wants you to think.
We have them here all the time because there's bases here, and we have those ospreys that fly around all the time, and they're loud and they're big and they're really cool looking. and I think they're real. I think.
Hot take, Victoria.
I've never touched them with my hands, so I don't know for sure that they're real.
Good night, everybody.
All
I've
right,
had
thank you,
such a
Tom.
lovely time. Thank you guys for letting me like spout my nonsense.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, it would have just been me spouting nonsense here alone. And
That
yeah,
might
like
have
I
been
said,
better.
well, like I said, I'm just so busy. I didn't even have time to think about this until the last day. I'm like, oh no, cocktail hour, I have a guest, and you're like, yeah, I could do it. So thank you for doing that. And Dave, we totally didn't plan it out either, but thank you for joining us as well.
Sure,
and
anytime.
partaking in this. Yeah, partaking in this very interesting conversation. So anybody that this will publish to YouTube afterwards. So anybody that's catching it, the what do we call it, the matinee show or whatever, will get to experience this very freshly with a fresh set of eyes and ears, and they'll get a totally different experience during the day, during the daytime when it's not live, and it might even be crazier then. Who knows?
Maybe the aliens will have revealed themselves by then, and you will all know that we're geniuses.
It will be on CNN and stuff.
Trust no one, guys. Spooky things. Also, Hurricane Henry is coming up here, so yep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
See you on Sunday.
Be safe. Be safe.
Break out my generator.
Yeah, we don't have that over here. It's just been sunny and warm, and except today was a little cooler today, but still nice.
I feel like I live under the ocean. The humidity is so high where I'm at right now.
It's actually been a little humid here
awful.
lately.
It's so awful, Dave. It's so awful. It's so awful.
Mm-hmm.
But are ghosts more common in drier weather or in more humid weather?
They're make believe. I don't know. Like you tell me.
I don't know.
I saw a ghost flying a helicopter the other day.
Ghost helicopters. I like it. That's a good sci-fi film.
Nothing would make me happier than something that made me believe in ghosts. Like nothing.
It's gonna happen tonight. Just wait.
Nothing.
Just wait. You'll have that one experience that'll change your view of the world forever.
I might have had a few of those experiences and just been like, nah.
Screw off, ghost. Screw off. No. All right, guys. So thanks to everybody in the chat who's been very patient with our conversation and tolerating everything we have.
What's
to
the
say,
best
so.
action figures you guys got this year? That's what.
Let's do this really quick. Let's do this really quick. What's the best action?
I just bought him. He just showed up today. It's that. That's the thing. It's yeah. That's it.
I don't know. I'm gonna say the Explorer, but that's not really an action figure. It's a vehicle.
That's a good one.
Good night, Will Deliver.
For me, I would.
Good night, Jason.
I can't pull it out because it's in the case, and it's over there. It's like 5 feet away. I have to walk to it. But it's the I would say it's the Hot Toys.
This is
Mandalorian.
how OnlyFans vids start, Tom. Oh wait, this isn't how OnlyFans vids start. That's what Jason said. This isn't. Is it?
I don't know. I wouldn't know, but
I thought that's different. That's the outfield.
Guys. I wouldn't know either.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a good thing your wife's asleep. All right. Well, guys, thanks for participating in this, partaking in these interesting conversations. They're always fun. It's always a blast to have you guys on. So thanks again, everybody in the chat and everybody who's viewed for the last couple of hours or who has tuned in and then said, nah, and then just walked out as soon as they came in. We appreciate all of you. So thank you guys. Have a great night.
I was just really happy to see you guys and chat with you guys.
Same here. It was fun.
Dave, you were bonus content. I didn't know.
Well, thank you for adding me last minute. It was fun to talk with you guys.
It was. I needed this after the end of this. This was a very hard week for me, so it was really cool. So thank you guys very much. We'll see everybody next week.
Good night, all.
Bye.